Hello, y'all. Here with another video. Um, I want to thank everyone for watching my last two videos. It was a whole lot of fun doing my favorite covers, and I also want to thank Xantic for giving me the idea of showcasing my favorite storylines for individual characters. Maybe another video I'll do just events, but we're gonna do individual characters, and we're gonna start off with my favorite character of all time, Superman. And my favorite Superman storyline is War of the Supermen. This was the first comic I ever got. It's a lot of action. You do need to read a couple storylines before, specifically Superman Brainiac and Superman New World of Krypton. But once you read those, the story is amazing. It's basically Man of Steel, but with more characters. And again, an experienced Superman. That's issue 1. This is issue 2. Again, more characters, a lot more action, a whole lot more destruction. There's a lot of destruction in Metropolis, but the Kryptonian invasion is basically all over the world. So there's destruction everywhere. Basically, this story is about how the U.S. government grew very, what's the word, unhappy, and are kind of scared. They're afraid of the Kryptonians, and so that they basically bomb their planet, and it's just disintegrated. All the Kryptonians are dead. It's pretty sad, but basically after that, Lex Luthor also covers the sun in red sunlight, and all the Kryptonians that were in space just lost their powers and stopped and died, just being in space, unable to breathe. And so Zod sends his last army to Earth to basically kill everyone, and it's awesome. Superman and Supergirl, the two main characters, they are great. Lois Lane is also great in this one. Here's issue 3. And finally, issue number 4. Just an incredible storyline. I would recommend any Superman fan to read it. It's just amazing. But again, you do need to read a bit before. It's the only drawback. Next, we're gonna go with Batman. Now, Batman has a bunch of storylines like Nightfall, The Long Halloween, Death in the Family, Hush, a lot of great ones. But I went with Batman Earth 1. It's an origin story. I know people get tired of that, but this changes a couple things, and it does show Batman making a lot of mistakes, because since he's young, he's new to the job. That's what the Earth 1 storyline is all about. For Wonder Woman and Superman is also they're new. They're not experts, and so Batman makes a whole lot of mistakes, but he's great in this one. Jeff Johns just knows how to write basically any character he touches, and Gary Frank's arc is amazing. I do not have the rest of the volumes, but I did read volume 2, and that one's better than volume 1. If you like the Riddler before reading this, you're gonna love him after. He's incredible. Next, we got Wonder Woman. Now, this is the Wonder Woman war-torn storyline. It's basically Diana and the League discover a bunch of disasters happening in South America, and she goes to confront Swamp Thing about it, and Swamp Thing has nothing to do with it. And she faces a dilemma of she's also the queen of Themyscira, but because she's in the League, she doesn't have time to be, you know, the rightful queen of Paradise Island. And so this is issue 39. The people at Themyscira first they question her, and then they just flat out replace her with someone else. Won't spoil, but it's a really good storyline, and again, it has Diana making choices, which I like when characters have to make tough choices. We got issue 40, and the covers are drawn by David Finch when he took over. In issue 41, again, another one of my favorite covers ever. The final DC character is going to be Green Lantern, and this is no surprise, it's going to be Sinestro Corps War. This is the best Green Lantern story. This is everything you want to see. It's basically like the War of the Superman, but again with the Yellow Lanterns, and honestly better and grander scale. The Yellow Lanterns are very, very deadly. They're always taunting the Green Lanterns on how much they're better. And I won't spoil anything, but there are so many moments in this book that just, it gives you a lot of goosebumps. It's just amazing, right? And also the Sinestro Corps team, it's not just a bunch of random aliens with the Yellow Lanterns. They got Cyborg Superman, the Manhunters, and Superboy Prime. So this was definitely almost like, it felt like the end of the world. And the Guardians are great in this one. Hal, Guy Gardner, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, they're great in the book as well. This is just a very cover of issue 21. That cover, well, that issue has a lot of covers. Next, I'll be doing Marvel. And for Captain America, not a whole lot. He is my favorite Marvel character, but not a whole lot for his storylines. But I picked just this one single issue, 419. Because this is Captain America, just being Captain America. So this is a story about Silver Sable delivering Viper to Red Skull. And she doesn't realize that Red Skull's a Nazi, and then Captain America manages to convince her to, hey, don't work for him, that this is not what your father would have wanted. Again, just Captain America being Captain America. Two of my favorite Marvel characters and my favorite Marvel villain in one story. Next, we got Spider-Man. And I don't know what the actual storyline is called. I just say Marvel Knights Spider-Man issues 1 through 12. And it's a great story. First of all, Peter is in his 20s. He's not in high school anymore. He's out of college too. And he's having trouble financially with MJ and Aunt May. And the story starts with him fighting Green Goblin and throwing him in jail. But Norman basically shows that he can still mess with Peter even when he's in jail. That there's no stopping the Green Goblin. And that's issue 2. That's issue 3. It's 12 issues. But very great storyline. It's got a whole lot of villains, a whole lot of heroes, everything you want. Next, we're going to go with the Hulk, and it's going to be World War Hulk. Only really read a couple of Hulk books, but this one stands out. Now, you do need to read Planet Hulk or watch the animated film. That one is basically the same, except for like a few minor changes, such as you know, two characters that Hulk fights that are different. But basically, this is Hulk is angriest because his planet, his wife, they all died, and he thinks that the heroes of Earth, well, specifically the Illuminati, such as Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, Black Bolt. This is issue 2. This is the trade paperback, but it's basically the cover for issue 2. He mistakens that they blew up his planet, and so he goes to Earth and basically unleashes a war, like in the title. That's issue 3. These covers are drawn by David Finch. Getting a lot of action, a lot of good character moments. This is Hulk at his best, and if you don't like what the MCU has done with the Hulk, then you'll like this, because this is real Hulk. Professor Hulk sucks. That's all I'll say. And last, I'll pick I'll go with Elektra. This cover is drawn by Greg Horn. The story is about her being recruited by SHIELD and Nick Fury to take down a couple of Hydra agents and Strucker. And they try to bribe her with money as well. And the comic is, the story is very violent. There's a whole lot of action, a lot of good moments. There's the guy that Nick Fury sends to recruit Elektra is all like in love with her. Like, he doesn't start liking her at the beginning, but then he falls in love with her towards the end. She doesn't feel the same way, but it's pretty funny. And this issue specifically, issue 6, no words are spoken in this issue. It's just pure action, which I like. Elektra's a very violent character, one of my favorite characters ever, and this story did a whole lot of justice to her. But yeah, those are 8 characters that I wanted to talk about, that I wanted to talk about my favorite storylines with them. And those characters have a whole bunch of storylines, but I picked those specifically since those connect well with me. But I want to thank everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.